Okay, so today we have a caller coming on, and I'm just gonna say, this one hit me. Like, this is one of those stories where you're gonna hear it and go, wait, that sounds like half the guys I know.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of those conversations where people are split right down the middle. Some people are going to feel deeply seen, and some people are going to push back hard.
Either way, let's get into it. We've got Derek on the line. Derek, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm a little nervous, honestly. I've never called into anything like this before.
No need to be nervous at all. You're among friends here. Just tell us what's going on.
Okay, so, I've been married for about 7 years. 2 kids, 4 and 6. And I love my wife. I want to be really clear about that. But lately, it just feels like, I don't know, like nothing I do is enough, like ever. I work full time, like 50 plus hours some weeks. And when I come home, I do dishes, I do bath time with the kids, I try to be present. But there's always this list. There's always something I missed or didn't do right. And the thing that really gets me is I see all this stuff online about how men don't do enough. Men need to step up. And I'm sitting there going, I am stepping up. Like, what more do you want from me? She sent me this article the other day about mental load, and I get it, I really do. But it's like, I have a mental load too? I'm thinking about the mortgage, the car payment, whether we can afford soccer for both kids next year. That stuff doesn't count, apparently. And honestly, the worst part is I can't even talk about it. Because if I bring it up, I'm the one who's not being empathetic. I'm making it about me. It's like there's no space for me to be tired. I don't know. I just, I feel invisible in my own marriage sometimes. And I feel guilty for even feeling that way?
Derek, man, first of all, thank you for being that honest. That takes guts. I want you to hear me say, what you're feeling is valid. Full stop.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Let me ask you something, though. When she sends you that article or brings up the mental load, what does she actually say? Like, is she saying you don't do anything, or is she saying something more specific?
It's okay. It's not that she says I do nothing. It's more like she'll say things like, I shouldn't have to ask you. Like I should just know that the kids need new shoes or that picture day is next Thursday. And yeah, I miss stuff like that sometimes. But I'm not a mind reader.
Have you ever sat her down and said exactly what you just told us? That you feel invisible?
I've tried. It usually turns into her explaining why she's more overwhelmed than I am. And then I just shut down. Because I don't want to compete over who's more tired. That's not the point.
That's actually a really important thing you just said. The Pain Olympics. Nobody wins that game.
All right, Derek, hang tight for us. Morgan and I want to dig into this a bit. We'll come back to you. So look, I think Derek is voicing something a lot of men feel but are terrified to say out loud. There's this cultural narrative right now that says men haven't been doing enough, and that's true historically. But there's a whole generation of guys who got the memo, who are showing up, and they're being told it's still not enough.
I hear you, but I want to push back a little, because I think there's a difference between doing tasks and carrying the cognitive load. Derek does bath time, that's great, but does he know when the shampoo runs out? Does he schedule the pediatrician appointments? Those invisible things add up.
Sure, but here's my issue with that framing. It assumes that the only invisible labor that counts is domestic. Derek is lying awake worrying about the mortgage. That's invisible labor too. Why does that get dismissed?
I don't think it should be dismissed, but I think financial stress is something both partners usually share, whereas the domestic management piece, remembering picture day, tracking shoe sizes, that still falls disproportionately on women in most households. The data is pretty clear on that.
But Morgan, that's the average. Derek isn't the average. He's telling us he's doing the work, and instead of being met with, hey, I see you, he's being sent articles about how men like him are the problem.
Okay, that's fair. I think weaponizing those articles is a real thing that happens. It's like instead of saying, hey, here's what I specifically need from you, you send a think piece and let the internet make your argument. That's not communication. That's outsourcing conflict.
Outsourcing conflict. That is a perfect way to put it. And I think that's the bigger issue here. It's not really about who does more. It's about the fact that Derek doesn't feel safe to express his own exhaustion without being made into the bad guy.
Right. And that's a communication breakdown, not necessarily a fairness issue. Like, if we're being honest, his wife is probably exhausted too. They're both drowning. But they've lost the ability to acknowledge each other's drowning.
See, that's where I slightly disagree with you. I think there is a fairness issue, culturally, because right now there is space for women to say I'm burned out and overwhelmed, and society goes, absolutely, you deserve better. And when a man says it, the response is, well, women have had it worse for centuries, so sit down. That's the line right there. Your feelings are not conditional on your chore output. Someone put that on a poster. Agreed, 100%. All right, Derek, you still there?